Hello, book nerds. Welcome to another session of the Book Nerds. And today, also, we have an extremely vibrant, dynamic, and amazing author. We'll get to know more about him, of course. Sorry for being slightly late due to some technical glitches, but we are here now. And Hi, Akash. How are you? Welcome to this live.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. As you guys must be noticing in the background, Akash has got two posters of You Never Know and Only the Good Die Young. And I've been reading Only the Good Die Young, which is, of course, a sequel to You Never Know. Uh, I never felt, Akash, that I was reading a sequel until I went at the back of the book and read the acknowledgement. So I think that's a compliment to how you have written the book because it's a standalone in itself. I never felt like, I was missing out on something. So, congratulations on that. And Of course, loved the book because it had everything for me, whatever I needed in 2021. It was kind of not sticking to one genre, which of course I loved. So I'll be asking more about that. But before that, guys, I would like to tell you more about him. He's also an entrepreneur. So we'll be asking him how he fits all this together. He has been with a lot of big companies, corporates before, like the Times of India, Big FM, Red FM, amongst others, and loads of experience on your side. You just look 25. What's going on? You have so much experience on your side. Amazing. Thank you so much for being on the live.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So, my first question to you is, of course, I read the book, and as I told you, I never felt that it is a sequel. Tell us about this, how to write a sequel, first of all. It must be tough, and it's in everything, like be it books or any other medium, it's always tougher. Tell us about the first book, also the response to it, and then now this one with Penguin India, of course.
Yeah. So both the books, in fact, were with Penguin India, and so You Never Know and Only the Good Diane, which has just been released. So both of them are thrillers. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
and in that sense, the psychological suspense also kicks in
yes,
because there are a lot of narratives in the first person. So essentially, the story, if I talk about it briefly, so the story is about Dhruv, who's a very high flying executive.
yeah,
He's married, he's got a great family, and suddenly this woman called Anuradha enters his life, and he's deeply attracted towards her, so much so that they have an affair. And
yeah,
however hard he tries to pull away, but that doesn't stop, not knowing that Anuradha is carrying a deep secret in her heart which could destroy their lives.
yeah,
So that is in a nutshell the first story, and which is where the first story ends, because they separate eventually, and Anuradha moves to Bombay and Mumbai for that matter, and knowing that this thing is over, so it's done with. But suddenly their paths cross again, and with these, when their paths cross, comes back their past, which is out again to destroy their lives.
right.
So can Dhruv and Anuradha save themselves? Who is it who is committing these horrible crimes around them? Who doesn't want to live them in peace, or their lives to be in peace, is the crux of the book. Now that you've read it, you know.
Oh yes, I will not be giving any spoilers because this is quite fresh. The second one, of course, those who have read the first one will have an idea, kind of background story, and would. But people like me who just dived into the second book, and you start from Missouri, right? And Book Nerds is based in Dehradun, so I was like, okay, this is interesting. This is where I have spent a lot of my time in childhood. So I was immediately intrigued, and then you take us from to Delhi and to Lucknow and other places, of course Bombay, and so is does this have to be an integral part of a thriller? Although I, to be personally on a very personal level, although it's a thriller, but I felt that there are so many layers to it, so I didn't want to kind of call it that.
No,
So
you're very right. So I think, since you have read this book, and I'm glad that you said it. So You Never Know has, see, I have evolved from being a romance to a romantic thriller to now being a a completely thriller writer.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so love will happen to be, even if you read both You Never Know and Only the Good Die Young, love is at the core of this book. So
Correct.
while all everything else is there, but
Yeah.
there is love between two people which can happen anytime, anywhere, and no one knows
Yeah.
it. Who can it happen to? People might be living very ordinary slash successful lives, but it can happen to everyone. So that's number one. Point number two that you asked, so is it? So it was required because see, if it's a thriller and you keep writing about one place, okay,
Yep. Yeah.
if a thriller, so yes, so my other books are perhaps based in one place, but I thought just to make it fresher, make the, like you said, that when you're reading the sequel, you don't realize that it's part of the same story. It's a separate story altogether.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it's amazing because I went to the back and I was like, really? I mean, was I supposed to know more? So it was
Yeah.
kind of yeah, serendipity.
Yeah, yeah. So essentially that. So for sequel, I wanted to change the setting. Okay, so while the first part, You Never Know, is almost completely based in Gurgaon and Delhi, but for this book, I wanted to move to Bombay, 80% of it.
Okay.
So which is how and Bombay comes in, but there also, where most of the events finalize is in one apartment, usually in the second part of the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
So just different settings to kind of
Right.
if someone has read You Never Know, to make the story feel fresher.
Yeah. So, I mean, I want to go straight to page 36, which was quite interesting for me. I'll be vaguely talking about everything because this is the kind of book you don't want to spoil for anyone. So, I, I'll just be reading something from there, if you don't mind. Uh,
So
it's, it, it's been more than a year since you took your life, Siddharth. There has never been a moment when I haven't thought about you, my son. I wish I could do what you did. Take away my life if I couldn't deal with my problems. But is it so simple? Leaving one's responsibilities behind you just to get rid of one's pain. How could you be so selfish, Siddharth? How come you didn't think about us, your old parents? Did we fail you? And this is one of the characters and
yeah,
the tracks, especially the plot. And you have got this parallel sort of universe going on within the book. Um, it was very kind of, you could touch and feel this moment and this part of the book, although this character may not be it is a gray character, if I can say just that.
yeah, that's
So
absolutely.
how was that, kind of building this one, because it was kind of funny, he has got so many gray shades. So how was that experience, Sid?
Look, I'm pretty certain about this thing that all of us are gray. None of us is black or white.
Yeah.
And the more truthfully the author puts it out in the front,
Yeah.
some of the readers may feel a bit jittery or may feel a
Yeah.
bit wary about it. But ultimately, that famous Japanese proverb that everyone has got three faces, which is in You Never Know.
Yeah.
First is for the world, the second for his family and close friends, and third for himself, which he shows to no
Wow.
one.
Wow. It holds
This is
so true for your book. I mean, I don't know if
It
you.
is there, in fact. It's there in You Never Know. Since you've not read it,
Yes,
it's
yes.
there on the start. So
I'll
it's
start.
about that. See, all characters you'll find shades of grey. So be it Dhruv, Anuradha, I won't name other characters, but all of them have it, and all of them have their frailties,
Right.
their pluses, their minuses.
Yeah. So I mean, I was, I mean, I had a friend who used to, hate the advertising industry to bits. I don't know why, but perhaps she had some friends there and stuff like that. She used to always tell me, it's dirty and it has got so much of glamour. Everyone who goes in there, is not going to be the same, right? And come 2021, and this is like 15 years back, I was talking to this person, and in 2021 I'm reading this book, and a lot of those things were, manifesting. So tell me, I mean, you are an entrepreneur. How did you have an insight into all of that?
Okay, so see, I've worked with media, okay, which is, I'm not saying is advertising, but media is similar. Okay. Then obviously I've worked with Coca-Cola, where you were dealing with a lot of advertising agencies. Plus, I have seen advertising from very close quarters in that sense.
Okay.
Okay, so I know what the business works like. But having said that, Those kind of frailties can happen in any job. Okay. So what happens to this man and a woman in an advertising job could very well happen in a pharmaceutical company job. So
Yeah.
that it doesn't depend on the environment or the kind of place that you're working. Okay. It depends on that you never know when it can happen to you.
Yeah.
So it's more that kind of a thing.
Okay.
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 And coming to your second point, I think uh, I have explored in advertising as much as I did not want to talk about it a lot in this book, so it's very briefly done to kind of to make people understand that
Yeah.
what is advertising all about and give them
Right.
that purview.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There's one very good question that you asked me. There's one very good question that you asked me, which I want to answer, which is that you said that when you wrote the sequel, okay, and how did you manage to pull those two stories
right.
apart?
Right. Yeah.
Initially, I thought I
Yes.
did not
Yes.
answer that,
Yeah.
and so it was actually my publisher's idea, my editor. So when You Never Know was done, and she said that it could have a sequel, but it has to be completely detached from it,
Okay.
from,
Okay.
from You Never Know, and it has to be a separate story. And there's a very interesting incident which I should talk about, and also to aspiring authors, if they're part of this.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone is an aspiring author. Let me tell
Yeah,
you that all
yeah.
readers are aspiring authors.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So that's it's very interesting. So I was very happy after You Never Know. The book was doing well, and so I wrote a sequel to You Never Know. And for the first time, I had put a supernatural angle in it.
Okay.
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 So I was very kicked with it. I thought that okay, it's taking a notch above from thriller. You're moving to supernatural thrillers. And I went to my editor Vaishali Mathur at Penguin, and I gave her the manuscript very kicked. And this was an year after You Never Know was out.
Okay.
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 And she read it and she came back and said it doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay. She says it doesn't work. And I was actually taken aback because I had really poured my 1 year into writing this book.
Right.
So we had a deep discussion. Okay. And I told her why it doesn't work. She said that your first book is so real with so relatable characters. This makes it unbelievable. However hard you may think that the story is something new, which doesn't cut eyes.
Right.
I thought about it, and she also gave me some textures or how could kind of get back. So I went back, and it took another 6 months to write the book again because that first draft was rejected by the publisher.
Okay.
So I wrote it back. I went back to her again,
Wow.
and I'm so glad that I did that. I'm
Oh,
so
wow.
glad that I did that because the book is now so much more better. So the point again for authors who are trying to is never to hurry in getting your book published or writing a book.
You have written, in fact, you have mentioned that you took 4 years for everything to come together. I mean, that's a huge amount of time, and I can believe. I mean, of course, there are rewrites. You have to listen to your editor also, which is I think for an author, it must be tough because, like you said, you went in with a supernatural element, and it sounds convincing to the writer,
Yes,
perhaps in
yes,
your head.
yes,
How to kind of let's dig deep. Can you discuss what went wrong with that in?
yes, sure. You think at some point in time, we as writers forget that book is actually a teamwork. You
Okay.
know,
Okay.
book is never authors. Okay, it is as much important for the publisher or the editor or people who are working with you on that book for that book to be successful.
Yeah.
No one is. So I'm sure that there was something in their mind that why breaking this thing of being a relatable book to getting into something new
Yeah.
would perhaps not work.
Right.
So it is for authors to understand that everyone is working for the success of the book.
Yeah.
The book doesn't work in isolation. It's not my publishing house that is printing that book.
Right. 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 I
So,
think so. So you're saying that perhaps being self-indulgent would be the last thing. I mean, you
that's a
can't
good
do
word.
that, right?
That's a good word. I like it. In fact, it might take time. It took me a lot of time. It took me about 2 years, and then
Yeah.
this whole thing about publishers have a monthly schedule and
Yes.
yearly
Yes.
schedules and all of that.
Yes.
But then ultimately the author would be happy if
Right.
the right kind of inputs are given. So I think it's very important.
Right. So there was great back and forth between you and the editors and the entire team. And of
Yeah.
course, I would like to give Penguin India a shout out for allowing us to do this and helping us invite you, of course, and providing us with this one.
Hmm.
And I was particularly, I mean, this was a very funny sort of part for me, and of course, very intriguing also. The part where Bankim Da shows up, and
Hmm.
these were some of my favorite parts. I mean, it could just be me, but when he shows up and he helps Sid out, this entire plot and episode was very cinematic for me, first of all, and funny, and it had so many elements, intrigue, so much was happening in those
Hmm.
parts. So did you have to rewrite this also, or it was just like,
Everything. This Bankimda was not there in the first draft.
okay, okay,
Everything was rewritten because I had to bring this believability in. I would be disclosing a lot now that you've
yeah,
read the book
yeah,
of how the past comes back
yeah,
and
yeah,
all of that. So I had to rewrite. This was an absolutely new character. The entire plot of the start of the book
yeah.
was new, and so yes, to your question, it was absolutely new.
Tell me something. Where did you find this character? I love him. I would love a spin-off of Bankim Da. I mean, he's so funny.
Banking Daya is a quirky character,
Yeah,
though he appears in the book for a very small time, for a very short while, but
yeah,
he kind of takes the character forward. He
right.
takes
Yeah, yeah,
the
right.
one strongest character forward
Yeah.
in the book.
Let's talk about Dhruv, Anuradha, and whatever else is happening.
Yes,
Of course, there is a huge background to this, and people who have read the
yes,
first one would know about it.
yes.
But in real life, I mean, when something like that happens, how does
Hmm.
one deal with it? I mean, it's such a difficult thing to when you have I mean, Valentine's Day has just gone away, and when you have broken up for a year and you meet the person again, it is so real, and you have experienced that. But for that thing, for a writer especially, to make it interesting, because it's been happening for like ages. How to make it interesting,
See, as a writer, I feel that if you're trying to please everyone,
Yeah.
you can do that, okay? But somewhere, if you have conviction on your writing, you have to be ready that some people won't like that book,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
So some people have not liked. So it's not that it's a romantic novel. Some people have said that we hate these characters. We hate how could a man like Dhruv get into an extramarital affair and so on
Yeah.
and so forth,
Yeah.
and which is the part of the first book. But my thing to that is that it happens in the society, doesn't it? It happens, and it's not always because lust is a huge factor. It's not always
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So many people. So there are challenges there. Why two people can't come together? They understand the reality and all of that. We know about it. But I'm just saying that instead of putting these characters in a very cliched role, in a very cliched way, sorry, where the third person is always put in the bad light. I did not
Yeah.
want to tread that
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
I'll give you another very interesting anecdote. So you will be surprised, very surprised, that where did the idea this idea of this story germinate in my mind? You won't be able to guess it.
Yeah.
This is okay. You won't be. This is this film by Gulzar Saab, Ijazat.
Okay. Okay.
Now
It
Ijazat
got
has
a
another.
it got a sequel also, right? Is that
Sorry.
the same one? Is it
No,
the
this Ijazat is the old Ijazat,
okay? Okay, the old one.
which has Anuradha Patel,
Got it.
Rekha, and
Got it.
Nisreen Shah.
Got it. Got
Okay.
it. Okay.
And it's a very poignant, very lovely, touching story. And
Okay.
now you would be surprised that one would be surprised कि यार ये इतनी dark thriller का idea इस story से कहाँ से आया?
Okay.
But I thought the way relationships were treated in that film, and
Yeah.
there were three people involved in that relationship,
Yeah.
was very beautiful. So that film has been in my mind, and somewhere along the line, I kind of
Yeah.
wrote this story.
So I mean, uh, I there are several characters I loved, of course, but you know, my favorite, couple of my favorites, of course, Sid and AB.
Yes, yes,
Because I loved AB. I mean, there's flair, and you have encountered these characters in
yes,
Western novels and many places. but I mean they both were quite, very gray. But at the same time, you don't immediately, antagonize them. So
Yes,
I
you
think
don't.
that balance which you kept, I think that was commendable, because it's very easy to perhaps, do that. How to achieve that balance, because it's very easy to antagonize and, perhaps kind of give positive shades in some character to balance it out. Because just like Dhruv, I mean, he has got moral fabric, right?
Yes.
But he falters, I mean,
He
so
can't help. He can't help it.
yeah.
He is unable to. Which he says again and again that he can't help. So even for ABC, you have to look at the storyline. So all the characters who are there in You Never Know and in especially in Only the Good Die Young. So all of them are great. So it's not that AB is totally bad.
Yeah.
He comes across as what he is.
Yeah.
Absolutely number one guy any woman would fall for,
Yeah.
who's doing so well, a page three guy in Bombay and all of that. But then there is a dark side to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Uh,
very weird.
yeah.
Very weird. it's
So
it's as weird as they get, though.
yes,
And I kind of loved it, because I mean that didn't make him one dimensional, which
yes.
I liked. And also, tell me something. After the first book, you must have had a gap when you were writing, or it was
Yeah,
overlapping.
yeah, there was a gap. Yes, there was a gap.
So, I mean, of course, for the first book, you must have gone for book tours, especially. What is the kind of relationship you share with your readers? Are you very open to everyone? Do you talk to them? What's going on there?
So, see, I'm very open. So, a lot of readers write to me, or some of them I interact. So, they're there on my phone as well.
Okay.
And a few of them are writers. So, we share, kind of that,
Okay.
what, how can they write better, etc., etc. But having said that, with readers itself, so one audience is a small audience which they will ask me, why did you write these? Why did you write this character? Because you have written such a beautiful story before, which was A Broken
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
and books earlier than that, which were typically great love stories. You ended up loving those characters.
Right.
I said that, I frankly, I don't want to convince them. I want to leave them with the thought, I don't want to give them my point of view, that why did I write, what did I write, and so I think they'll get used to it. I think the second book, if they have adjusted slightly
Yeah.
okay with the first book,
Right.
the second book, I think they won't be able to resist the thrill. It's very
So I
thrilling.
believe, so I believe for your readers, it was kind of a jolt, because you were so much into that. I mean, typically romance genre. So you never know, might have been a jolt for them.
No, it was not a jolt. I said for some. For some, see this kind of a relationship, no one talks about it in the open. Let's be, people
Yes.
don't talk about it. You
Obviously.
won't get a thriller based on extramarital relationship, such a story,
Yeah.
if you see all around. Uh, so it was coming out of a lot of readers. They wrote to me and they've put in the reviews that initially we did not, kind of we were taken aback, but when then we started warming up to the characters, we started to understand that these were actually real people who we are talking about.
What's your take on reviews? I mean, if somebody really brutalizes your book, and doesn't like something, I mean, it could be an odd thing which you feel. How do you like uh, come back from it? Do you read all of them?
I read all of the reviews,
You read all of the
and
reviews?
see,
Wow.
I all of them. I read most of the reviews for
Okay,
sure.
okay, okay.
I really like to read reviews, and especially for a book like this,
Okay.
I would have read a lot of reviews all across blogs, etc.
Yeah.
And because when I was doing my second book, I did not want to change the story or
Right.
kind of change my outlook, but I
Right.
just wanted to see what people think.
Right.
I think I don't blame anyone. Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, when someone is saying I did not like the book, it's completely his or her right to say I did not like it.
True.
But most of the time, people have uh, they have a reason to not like it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Maybe they have been scarred by such thing earlier. Maybe
It's quite possible. Quite possible.
quite possible. Yeah. So I don't.
It
So
could be
essentially,
someone's story. It could be someone's story.
it
I
could be
mean,
someone's story.
some
Yeah.
of it might be slightly exaggerated, but it could be
It
someone's
could
story.
be, it could be. But I think once they read only the Good Die Young and they are done with the last page,
Yeah.
they will be I hope they are overwhelmed, that it was not just, which I've always stated, that it is not a relationship based on mere attraction.
Okay.
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 It's deeper, and it can happen between two people, and it can also happen that those people never get together. So that's okay.
Yeah.
One understands that and one moves on. But you can't stop, you can't stop that attraction. That is the whole deal, both for Dhruv as well as for Anuradha.
Right. You are an entrepreneur. There must be some learnings which the boundaries must be, kind of translucent between your two lives. What do you take? I mean, for entrepreneurship, do you learn anything from your writing self, or the other way around? Does that happen ever? Any learnings there?
A lot of it happens, not just being an entrepreneur, but from your work life, it draws so many influences. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Being an entrepreneur, I think being an entrepreneur can help you as a writer because you can juggle your time,
Right.
you can
Yeah.
juggle your
Yeah.
time. You
Yeah.
can choose when do you want to write. In the office, you are there. I'm just saying you're
Right.
there in the office. So
Right.
that's one. Number two is as an entrepreneur, you're also persevering. You're working hard to
True.
make your business grow and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think that translates.
Right.
So being a writer is in that sense, a very hard job. Right?
Yes, I wanted somebody to say that, because I feel as a reader, I mean, I just read books. I don't
Yeah.
even think about writing, because I believe that it is such a tough art. I mean, you may know great words, you may know everything, but grammar, etc., etc. It's so hard to put words together. It is very tough. So, first of all, I think a great job, because this is a tough genre to execute seriously, because you can go wrong on so many levels. What is the one thing you wanted to avoid? Uh, like on the first one, whatever you have written, uh, did you want to avoid something that you might, or some feedback you got from your editor, publisher regarding that?
No, not at all. Let me be absolutely certain.
Okay.
And except the angle that I went with,
Yes,
which was
of course.
not approved, and I had to rewrite for again 8 7 8 months. Except that,
Yeah.
no, nothing. So my absolutely none. In fact, you'd be so I work a lot on my on the manuscript that I write. I
Okay.
take about 4 to 6 months. Okay,
Right.
then I send it to my first editor Tulika. So
Okay.
she edits all the books for me, and then after I do all of that, I submit it to the publisher. So I'm just saying I take a lot of time in that sense, and no, no one has kind of told me not to write this, and I refrain from changing my style of writing on what I'm trying to write about based on feedback. See, then you're not true to yourself. Then
Got
what's
it.
the point on being a writer? Yeah? Then you go and do something else.
Yeah.
You be a marketer or do something what the consumer wants. Here you have to. It's one thing
Yeah.
where you can really write what you feel.
Yeah.
I really want that over the years, this kind of fear that I have, कि यार ये लिख दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा,
True. True. True.
वो खत्म हो जाए.
Wow. I think you are already an entrepreneur, so most of that fear wouldn't be there. But tell me something about the evolution of yourself. Once you have written five, six books, and been kind of through the grind, because you have written books on Kindle itself, you have come up, which is a very tough thing to do for a writer in contemporary, publishing. You have been through the grind. How to improve? Do you read books? How do you, kind of evolve?
Okay. So 2 3 areas. First, let me answer about that. How have I evolved? Okay. So when you start writing, you are always in a hurry.
Right.
I was in a hurry to get my book published, and as soon as I wrote a manuscript, I wanted it to be out the next day, and
Yeah.
third day everyone should buy my book. But that doesn't happen. That didn't happen. Okay.
True.
But now I truly understand the importance of spending a time on writing your manuscript.
Okay. Okay.
So I will not let the manuscript go till the time I am totally satisfied and it is being edited well. I cannot even tell you the kind of, so one, it gets edited at my end, at the author's end,
Got it.
and B, if the publisher is good. I cannot tell you the quality of difference editing makes to your book.
Wow.
I'm sure if I showed you the first draft which was approved to my current draft. Okay, I personally think, frankly,
Yeah.
that an author's contribution versus everybody else is 50-55% author
Yeah.
and 45-50% everyone else.
Okay.
I cannot tell you how hard the editing team at the publisher works in
Yeah.
absolutely editing each and every of your lines. So that's number one, the writing process.
Yeah.
So that's Jane. The second point is reading. So I think any thriller that you're writing, you should read any genre that you're writing in, sorry,
Yeah.
you should read a lot of it in the genre.
Okay.
Okay. So I do this weekly show on my channel, which is called Talking Books, and I do it only where I read every week. I read a thriller book. Okay,
Okay.
every week.
Oh,
So
awesome.
so
So,
I read a lot of thrillers.
so let's recommend some to the readers out there and everybody who's watching. Let's
Okay.
recommend some, one or two at least, which you love.
Okay, so my best read of 2020 was definitely The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. So
True, true, true.
that's my the second author that I really liked is Belinda Bao. Okay, and she's a UK writer,
Okay.
and her I think last book was Snap. It's a
Okay.
wonderful thriller. So that one should. The third author that I love and was recommended a blurb because he read that is Robert Dugoni. You must read Robert.
Okay.
He is a wonderfully gifted international thriller author.
Yeah.
His Tracy Crossfight series is just brilliant, and I had this good fortune that he actually agreed to read my book, and he really liked it.
Yeah.
And he agreed to give a blurb and all of that. So these three authors. Besides that, obviously, I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so I read all his books.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
I read all his books. Then another author that I love is Mark Edwards, again from UK. He has written some wonderful psychological thrillers. Magpies, everyone should read. It's a great book. Then Alafair Burr is another writer, and she has written some favorite, very, very good books. I think The X was great. So
Okay.
there's this Japanese author who's called Kani Minako, and she has written this book called Confessions, which is I think is a outstanding thriller.
Wonderful.
So
This last
I'm
one?
just saying, no, it's slightly old. I think it's
Okay.
2018, but it's very good. It's very good. So if someone is fond of thriller writing, you must kind of read all this.
I got a lot of what I wanted from this live, of course, and I look forward to reading the prequel to this because
Yes,
I'll get more, perhaps more perspective on whatever is happening.
you will.
Yeah, and tell me something that now, of course, this has come out. You must be working on something. I mean, how do you write? Are you a prolific sort of writer who keeps on churning, content? I don't think so because you take your own time.
So see, you never know, and Only the Good Die Young are sequels. You say Only the Good Die Young is sequel,
Yes.
okay? So that took me a long time because you have to carry these same characters forward. You have to maintain that chemistry, those emotions, that perspectives on relationships. It's tough. But then now I write a book in about 6 months. My next book is done. So which let's see after this book. I'm not even thinking about it. My
Yeah.
whole right now focus is this book.
Okay.
So no, I write. I think if one gets into this habit of writing on a very regular basis, then uh, I'm a fast writer in that sense.
I don't know how comfortable you are in Hindi as well. Have you ever,
Yeah.
considered kind of writing in both languages at the same time?
मैं बहुत ही comfortable हूँ हिंदी में. In fact, my parents are eminent Hindi writers. तो
I
मेरे घर में
forgot
तो
to mention that. I forgot to really mention that. I should have done that. I'm so sorry about it. So you haven't mentioned their names and details. That's
okay.
yeah.
Because yeah, so उनका वो रविंद्र वर्मा, शीला वर्मा, so they won a few awards as well. तो मेरे घर में तो बचपन से अच्छे से अच्छे कवि और राइटर्स का आना जाना था.
Right.
कुंवर नारायण हुए, शीला शुक्ल जी हुए, कुंवर नारायण हुए,
Wonderful.
नरेश सक्सेना. तो so my house has been in fact a hub of literary.
Yeah.
So I have absolutely zero challenges in either writing Hindi or in
Wonderful. I mean, so because not a lot of writers are adept at both languages. So I was wondering if something like that, because a huge number of people, only even our readers, our followers, uh, also love Hindi. So I mean, if something like that happens, I mean, it's just a suggestion. I don't know.
हुआ क्या है आप भी जानते होंगे, you also would know this. हुआ क्या है that over time,
Hmm.
as far as anyone who's like uh, late 30s
Yeah,
or 40s and later, उसकी मातृभाषा हिंदी रही है. ओके,
yeah.
हुआ क्या है, हम कंडीशन हो गए हैं अंग्रेजी में
सही बात.
because we started working, we started consuming a lot of media in English. So it's just that our Hindi has been पीछे रह गई है थोड़ी सी.
Right, right.
उसको सिर्फ पीछे से पकड़ के लाने की जरूरत है. ओके, आपके अगर अच्छे दोस्त हो जिनके साथ आप अच्छी हिंदी में डिस्कशन करते हो, जैसे मेरे हैं फॉर्चुनेटली बहुत सारे जर्नलिस्ट मेरे दोस्त हैं,
Right.
और तो मेरी उनके साथ रूट्स, यू नो, आई एम काइंड ऑफ कनेक्टेड विद देम. सो
Okay.
फॉर मी दैट गैप हैज नॉट कम.
So I just wanted to ask if you have the tools to do it, and I am happy that you already have everything. I think so. Your parents would help you out on that count. Are they happy that you're writing in English?
Uh, they were a bit confused initially. Let me say this:
Okay.
they were confused because I turned into a writer, and but now they are okay. You know, they are obviously everyone's parents want their
Do they read your books? Do they read your
they
books?
read.
Wonderful,
Very much.
wonderful. So
My and my dad, you'd be surprised, he loved You Never Know, which is when I thought that, you know, okay, theek hai.
it's good. It's good because
It's
dads.
sorted.
I mean, Indian dads.
Yes, that's
And especially if he's a writer and Hindi writer, oh my gosh. So, do you believe in beta readers? My final question to you.
I take all readers seriously. You know, that is, all readers are eventually readers. Yeah, matlab they are. If anyone is reading my book, I am absolutely grateful to that person for taking that time out. You know, we need to understand today's perspective. The media is getting inside our lives so much that book reading has to become now. You know, has to come up big time. Which
Yes, yes, yes.
so that itself is a big thing that someone is, you know, kind of taking his 4, 5, 6 hours out, not watching something on an OTT platform and reading my book. I think I'm very thankful to him. So eventually, if he's not too happy with my this book, maybe my next book, I'll make sure that I reach to him and I make him read my book.
It's such a refreshing and positive thing you have said that I mean I always tell everyone that you read your book, you watch your Netflix, and then you watch your YouTube also. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Read the book also. I mean, do everything.
Hmm.
You have so much time. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much, Akash. It was such a riveting, and I loved how you are honest about everything, and you are not at all diplomatic, and I love that. Thank you so much, guys. Check out this book and this prequel. Is there a bundle on Amazon? You can just grab them both.
Yeah, so that bundle will be out very soon. I think the book has just launched. So, but I'm very happy when you said, you know, what made me the happiest person. Very few people right now. So these books are reaching now
Yeah,
the readers. Okay, when you said that you didn't feel that there was anything that I was missing when I read that book.
yeah, yeah.
When I read this,
Totally.
book.
Totally. I mean, just I mean, even if you are not here, I would tell the same thing to anyone. Like, you can just read this one. I mean, you don't need to do that, but just just for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's very heartening. That kind of makes me calmer.
Yeah, great. So yeah, looking forward to best of luck for this one because it's just
Mm.
coming out and reaching people. And guys, go out there, grab a copy from Amazon and leave a review there. You can talk to Akash on social media. He is approachable on Facebook and Instagram also.
Everyone.
Everywhere,
Yes, yes.
everywhere. Great. So, do you have a blog?
I don't have a blog. I
You
don't
have
write. I don't
to.
write.
Come on, you have to. So, anyways, it was so much fun talking to you. Thank you, Penguin
It was
India, for
great.
letting us do this. Thanks a lot, and hoping to talk to you soon again. And of course, for more book-related content, you can always go to Book Nerds handle on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And until next time, happy reading.
My last words. One
Yeah,
last
sure.
word. Thank you to you. And thank you to you and everyone who's connected via Facebook Live. Deeply grateful and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
See you.